Hey guys, good morning. This is Diary of a Coach, episode 276. 276 of Diary of a Coach. How are you this morning? How was your sleep? Hope you're awake and well. If you're in Nigeria and in the axis where we share the same time zones, this is coming live to you from the federal capital city, Abuja, in Nigeria, in West Africa. Don't forget, this is our week of surplus. So I hope you are bounding in surplus, thinking, feeling, generating, focusing, projecting, embodying, and being in surplus. This is the week of surplus. Today's episode is titled Emotions Affect Everything. Emotions affect everything. Emotions affect everything. You would find out that if you would make progress, is a function of your emotional stability. If you are stuck, is a function of your emotional stability. If you're drawn to someone, is an emotional decision. If you're drawn away from someone, is an emotional decision. If you like your job or business, is an emotional decision. If you're struggling on your job or business, is an emotional decision. If you're motivated to get work done, it's an emotional decision. If you're reluctant to get work done, it's an emotional decision. Everything we do or we don't do is purely an emotional decision. So that is why in NLP would say everything is state dependent. It says that for you to get to do anything you want, you need to be able to build the state of mind that you need to be able to get things done. It's almost impossible to be consistently motivated at the same level. You would require some level of inspiration or motivation or push. And guess what? This inspiration or motivation or push is largely an emotional decision. It means that you must create a state where you're emotionally interested in doing the things you need to do. It is already the 9th of January, and many people are going to waste this year. Many people will. You know why? Because many people will be looking for external push. They're looking for the conviction from outside. They're looking for that person that will put them on the spot and force them to do things. It may not always be like that. See, the logic here is that someone else cannot be the responsibility for your own progress. It does not work like that. Someone else cannot be the reason or the trigger or the inspiration or the motivation for you to be consistent at doing anything. No, it doesn't work that way. A person may trigger the spark that gets you to start something, but nobody can successfully be the person that will keep you sustaining your motivation. It has to come from you. So you need to remember that as every day goes by, your emotions are determining whether you would make progress or whether you will stay stalling. Everything is emotional. So I'd like you to check this. I'd like you to go on Google and type list of emotions, and you will see this Splunic chart of emotions. Go to Google, type list of emotions, open the link you find, read through the list of emotions. If you can print a copy, that's beautiful. If you can write all the emotions, if you can spare the time to write all the emotions, that's fair. But this is what I want you to do. I'd like you to go through each emotion one after the other and identify how do I relate or resonate with each emotion. I'd like for you to learn about emotions. There's something we normally say in emotional intelligence. If you name the emotion, you can tame the emotion. If you name the emotion, you can tame the emotion, which means that if you know the emotion you are feeling, it's easy to resolve it. Sometimes some of you think you are angry, but actually you are frustrated. Sometimes you think you are tired, but actually you are discouraged. Sometimes we put an emotion in a different place. It's just like a medical practice. If you come to me as a doctor and I diagnose you to have an ulcer instead of thinking that you have a tummy upset, I'll be treating a completely wrong stuff that may even degenerate your condition the more. So when you're treating or resolving a wrong emotion, it may degenerate and become more emotionally complicated. And that is not what you want in 2020. So please go on Google, type list of emotions, find the list, print or write the list, and then look at each emotion and ask yourself, at what point did I feel this emotion? What does it feel like? Learn to resonate with each emotion so you're able to know how your body feels in each emotion. You know, emotions show in our physiology. And what does this mean? Emotions are represented in our body. So when I feel happy, there is a part of my body that feels the happiness. When I feel betrayed, there's a part of my body that feels the betrayal. When I feel angry, there's a part of my body that feels the anger. When I feel excited, there's a part of my body that feels the excitement. I want you to go through the list of emotions and identify, how does my body respond to each emotion? This is a very significant class I'm sharing today, because this is what we do in emotional intelligence. You need to ask yourself, what part of my body is responding to this particular emotion as you're going through the list, and identify it. Once you can sense what part of your body responds to what kind of emotions, when it ever occurs, you get to know the exact feeling you are having. Now, when you identify the feeling, you now ask yourself, what kind of situations or context have I been in before that generated this kind of feeling? It teaches you a lot about your emotions. It tells you a lot about what you are and how you respond to emotions. So remember, you are your emotions. Once you name the emotion, your brain automatically is triggered to identify, how do I fix this emotion? It's very, very important. Once you name an emotion, your brain immediately starts thinking, how can I resolve this emotion? So you must learn to name your emotions. Naming your emotions also requires that you know the emotion in specific terms. You need to be precise about knowing your emotions. But how am I going to be precise about knowing my emotions when I don't even know the list of emotions that exist? So you need to go on Google, type list of emotions, identify the kinds of emotions, and then relate with each emotion intentionally. And then you're able to associate with all the emotions that exist. One last thing. Then I would like for you to write the top 10 emotions that you always want to exhibit. Top 10 emotions. Write the top 10 emotions that you prefer to always be in. That is why, my younger brother told me 2 days ago, he said, when he's in distress, he thinks, what would Coach Sam do? Because in his mind, I am a king of serenity. He says there is no amount of stress that he has seen me not be calm. I've heard this from several friends. They say that no matter what the problem is, I am always calm. But guess what? I actually did this exercise. I went and I looked at the list of emotions. I picked out the emotions I always want to exhibit, and I made it a vision board. Over time, I became an embodiment, an identity of the emotions I prefer. You cannot hope to show a kind of emotion. Hope is not a strategy. You must intentionally choose a set of emotions that characterize your life. So when you go to that list, write out the top 10 emotions you choose that you always want to exhibit. That is how I am peaceful. That is how I am happy. That is how I easily move on. That is how I forgive myself. That is how I am joyful. That is how I'm calm. That's how I'm serene. I choose these emotions intentionally. such that no matter what's going on, I'm not denying the reality of what I'm going through, but I am expressing my response through the emotions I have chosen. So I can have a civil conversation with someone I'm unhappy with. I don't have to raise my voice. I don't have to be abusive. I don't have to be vulgar. I don't have to be disrespectful. I don't have to be impolite. These are choices I have made, and they are very, very important for you to pay attention to. So I'd like for you to go through this task. Go on YouTube, Google, type list of emotions, produce the list, write the emotions list or print the emotions list. Go through each single emotion, each one, and identify, when was the last time I felt this? Have I even felt this before? What does it look like? Check in your body, what part of your body responds to each emotion, so that you are aware about your emotions, and then pick the ones you choose that you always want to exhibit. If you do this and you practice this for 21 days, I bet you, money back guarantee, even though you didn't pay me any money. But if you do this for 21 days, I bet you your life will never be the same again. People have told me, my friends say I'm pretending because I've changed. People are telling me that, wow, can I be this assertive? Can I be this civil? Wow. It works. It works, people. Very, very important. Very, very important. So I want to thank everyone who has been on Diary of a Coach today. This is episode 276 of Diary of a Coach. Episode 276 of Diary of a Coach. I see you all. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the comments. I see Dane has posted Business Digest on this episode. Fantastic. Omelogo says, name and team. Wow, I bet this would apply to absolutely everything in life, even the ones societally misconstrued to be fixed. Yes, I agree with you. In life, nothing is fixed. Nothing. No philosophy, no ideology, no identity, no psychology is fixed. Everything is relative. Everything in life is relative. Relative to backgrounds, relative to upbringing, relative to belief system, relative to the person's personality, relative to judgment, relative to decision making, relative to awareness, relative to knowledge, relative to timing, relative to context. Everything is relative. Nothing is fixed. So I may share a lot of things, and there was a particular diary I said, everything I'm telling you is just a spectrum. There are many other spectrums that govern everything I say. So don't take my diaries as sacrosanct, as law. No, there is just a perspective. Even expertise knowledge is a perspective. Please remember that. Very, very important. P says, I will create a vision board of my desired emotions. I wish you success with that. He then says, wow, I remember what I shared with you. Okay. Hepzibah says, how do I get to talk with you? Contact my office. Please call 0807 3610884. 0807 3610884. That's my office line, and they will secure an appointment for you to speak with me. Or you can send a DM on Facebook and then we can talk. Shagon says, thank you so much. So I'm doing this right away. Please do. Mimi says, I can't wait to try this task. Fantastic. Please go on. Dr. Faith Obafemi says, everything in life is relative. Nothing is fixed. Yes, everything is relative. Nothing is fixed. That's why today you can say, I will never eat yam. 10 years from now, you are the biggest eater of yam. Everything is relative. Nothing is fixed. Thank you for watching Diary of a Coach. This is episode 276. I'm happy. Tomorrow, I'm on my way to Bauchi. So I'm looking forward to that trip. Tomorrow, I'm on my way to Bauchi for my session on Saturday. So if you're in Bauchi, please remember to hook up with me. On the 25th of January, we're hosting Charge Up. Charge Up is our annual goal setting and emotions tuning masterclass on the 25th 5th of January is a Saturday. There are 3 batches. There is a batch that is 10 to 11 to 1, then 2 to 4, then 5 to 7. 3 batches. So please remember to subscribe. It's only 7,500 and we will give you one of the best opportunities to change your life forever. So don't miss it. Thank you guys. I love you. Please remember to share this diary across to your loved ones. God bless you.